7. Testing the Tobii eye tracker. Oh seven, oh seven, oh seven, 7. Oh seven, oh seven, oh seven, oh. Here we go. Oh seven. It's a little static, but got the big motors running. All right, so yeah, pre-stream before stream. Got to run some errands, but good to be on, man. Just decking out the gonna go and deck out the hangar, man. Welcome to allergy seasons again, man. Okay, let me get my couch and stuff going. I think we're about to see a lot more of things come to. Damn. Exceeded mass. What is this? Vivid display. Let me see what that is. Huh? Just that? You gotta be kidding me. Old school stuff. So I'm still gleaning and still like hardening my muscle memory on things related to what Benoit was speaking on, but what I gathered is one of the things is basically we're going to eventually get more persistence for the hangers, which is the Shimpasta. What is going on? It is yet Friday has come and gone. It is the weekend, sir. How are you? What the heck is going on, man? Yeah, I was deciphering a little bit of the Benoit update, and for me, it's just well, taking bits and pieces of it and then just analyzing it. But as I was saying, we're getting we're gonna get a hardening or more of a stabilized version of the hanger module, which will then set up base building. So that's pretty cool because it sets up the true persistence. And he related that to our actual inventory system, not within game, but the one that's akin to your actual, like, hey, this is I'm subscribed as this person or this email, and these are the items that I truly have, or the hanger stuff, the flare, the ships, which is a reliable system. So basically they're going to duplicate that and then transition that into the gameplay process, right? Or a shard of that will be in game. And as they said, what does that mean? It means that we won't lose stuff anymore. Things will stay persistent. Huh? What's in the elevator, dude? Let me raise the elevator. See what the hell's in there. Nothing really. So this, I'm not gonna be surprised by this. They're actually working on elevators and such, freight elevators. But I see nothing in here, man. It's okay. But yeah, true persistence is coming, which is the segue, or the cold, the freezing toe into the pool of what will become base building, the true persistence in game. In which means no more wipes, but guess what? Death of the Spaceman will ensue. I would expect to see more of the, now that we're getting a foothold of medical, there's more aspects of medical in. I kind of see we're going to go deeper with medical. Medical is just beginning for some of us, for all of us. Some of us, we're going to embrace it. Eventually, all of us will come around to it. But it also will mean the gameplay will be more meaningful. And there's the thing of, you're not virtually immortal. It's you have a time. If you never had any kind of conflicts, you avoided all conflicts, you never died in game, and you played it super safe in Star Citizen, Death of the Spaceman is going to still happen. There's this thing of natural life that's I don't hear people talking about that as much, but that is a thing. There will be a lifespan for your character. Your character will have a lifespan. Now, of course, riskier behaviors will hasten it and will speed it up. But so you love those wins, Shipasta. You love those wins, man. Hanger modules this year. I could safely say, well, to be safe, I would say no, right? To what capacity? Let me bio break. 1 second. Hold that thought. Be right back, y'all. I'm back. All right. This is like pre-stream before the stream. All right. Where was I in my thoughts? Just we will utilitize. I need that piece for my so it's like, man, he has a plan, and it's not kind of like it's a well thought of plan. He's bringing structure to the game, because I think they're getting to the point of what the game should be like or feel like. In other words, it's ever evolving, because I'll tell you, this is what Chris stated. We will always support. As long we support, we shall continue with the development. That's to say, that means you'll never finish. No, change your perspective. We'll always evolve and make the game and improve it to make it a better experience. Have that context of it, as opposed to, they'll never finish it. But it's your choice. If you wanted to think that, then, people hang around for a reason. Positive or negative, they're hanging around for a reason. And so, with that said, Benoit has an effective plan to go about, administering the structure to the game, which will in turn allow the developers to add the features as needed. But he is the guy who is the engineer of basically setting up the structure for Star Citizen. And then and also in the event of there's cases of things that will not operate correctly, he'll ensure that he will come up with a plan or counter to that plan. So he's coming in with the mindset of let's go ahead and create this game, and let's figure it all out, and let's find the solutions. So part of that plan, a portion of that plan, is to set up the structure for a game, and get things going, man. I think get it in the right direction, and that will be the 1.0 initiative. But also keep in mind, there's things that was previously previously featured in like maybe the past 2 to 3 Citizen Cons ago. That meant it was announced, but guess what? A lot of us forgot what those features were. We don't remember what those features were. We have to go back and look at the tape. But guess what? They've been working on them. They continue to work on them. It's just that we don't remember, and it's going to seem like it's brand new to us. Some of us will remember, and some of us will go back and say, you know what? I better go back and look at the tape. I better look at the freaking tape. Because, yeah, I remember those things, and I thought they were pretty cool. Some of us are going to remember. Where the hell did that figure drop? Did it drop through the floor? I dropped it, man. But, or did it snap back to the grid of the elevator? No, I think I lost it. Can I just grab it? But regardless if base building is a done deal for this year, we should see major updates, or at least a finalization of how that process will work, a working model, which then they could deliver upon next year. I think that will be the announcement for sure. Maybe the first to second quarter of base building. And if they can align it up with the Pioneer, even better. Oh damn! It will not stay on that display. Maybe that display is for something else. Slids. It needs that cargo grid, I think. Look at that. It does not want to be on there. So that's not gonna work, dude. I'll set it on the floor over here. Yeah, so I expect to see and hear something regarding the flight model, the updates to that. What that will be, I don't know. Possibly the list of ships that's coming next for the changes. Maybe an announcement regarding the Maelstrom system, a working system that will say, "Hey, we're ready to do repair and crafting." That's a possibility. I would not be surprised that they announce the coming of the Vulcan and the what is that? I can't even remember my ships. Oh my God, the repair ship. Oh gosh. So like always, I've strong feel if any aspect of base building will be in 1.0, then we need hangar modules as a tech preview this year so they can start testing concurrency and interactions. Yeah, the hangar module will be the prereq before we get into actual base building. It will be set up as the model for it. It's gotta persist, right? So they have to look at all aspects of, will this persist? Does this stay? And this meaning you set it up while you're still adding these major patches and to see if they stay. And then you're saying, oh, okay, I have the formula because I'm able to do these major updates, but I also allow static changes according to the hangars. They persist, they stay the same regardless of the major patches we're adding. So that sets it up for your base building because they're going to continue to reiterate and update on data. Yeah, interactions, it's locked in solid because it's engineered that way, right? It's set up to be when you say interactions, you're talking about dynamic changes, right? Meaning if you do something, it locks it in. You do something, it changes state, it locks it in. That's where the hangar module will set it up for all those other categories of what you're talking about, Shimpasta. And again, that speaks to organization. That speaks to Benoit having a plan. Man, my nose itches like crazy when this freaking pollen. I know I do that on the stream a lot. I'm like, itchy nose, man. It tickles. That pollen itches. It tickles my nose, man. I hate it. So you're basically seeing a layout and a script, and everything in between. He is tasked with ensuring that his teams have everything they need in order to keep going and make it happen.
Let's make it happen, Cap.
Yes, and that's persistence, right? So Maelstrom system may be a part of that as well. Shimpasta very well could be a part of that. I can't even move. What is this thing? Vivid display. It's on the elevator. I guess maybe I can move it to. What is this? Move to elevator. It's not. Maybe this will require an update to the freight elevator system to allow this to come through. I'll figure out how to get it moving. Oh, okay. I moved the plushie chair. Double bed. Close that. So yeah, man, it's just how they want to deliver, and what in between that, as far as existing problems may pop up. Their task is to make sure that it's going to work. Everything is going to be fine with it. But they're moving forward. They know they need to move forward. No Squadron 42, man. No mention of it. It's all about the features that's coming. But yeah, I think that is the elephant in the room for that 2-hour showcase of features coming. It's definitely base building, no question about it. That's the elephant in the room. That's what's to be addressed. Hopefully a finalized working model of it, right? Where if they do have the final model of it, and it's basically you get to see the meat and potatoes of it, and saying this is the working process, then you could very well see them trying to get it in as soon as possible, at the point of it being a tech preview testing procedure, where they're able to allow us to get our hands on it and do basic testing on the client side, sharing it through the server to see what odds and ends of variables and issues pop up, which will happen, right? And from there, you're going to start to see, as they do now, faster processes of hot fixes, and then next thing you know, it's moving from tech preview channel to PTU. If it runs and plays nicely, right, then you will see where, okay, this is getting to a point where it's very playable, it's predictable. There's not 100%, but there's a great deal of stability to it. And then once it hits that PTU, it's just, they're going to finalize it once it's vetted, and you'll see it be a part of a major feature release. But I think you kind of want to not just push it out just to push it out, because they use the word dependency. I think there's structures that need to be added before we go, full blown with, a feature. I think we need the planetary tech to be in. My honest opinion is I'd rather see the planetary tech before we see base building, because it makes all the sense in the world. Because once you have planetary tech in and it's rock solid, I want to build my base on the new planetary 5 tech. I don't want to rush it and say, oh, I'm playing base building, but then they had to come in and then clean up or overwrite all that. You're adding potential problems to your landscape. Your environment is going to go away, and hey, I still have my freaking base here. I want to make sure my base is still here, even though I'm going through planetary tech 5. They could very well do whatever they want as far as adding and when they add features. But to me, it makes more sense to put in the, lay out your concrete, get your foundation going. Oh shit. Have your foundation, and then add upon that, just like you're building a house from the ground up. You pour concrete pad before you do the framing, and then add all these other features, as opposed to, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and build the frame. Oh, but now I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta move it, lift it up, and then put the then pour the foundation. Process. But and like you said, ammo, that feeds into a hierarchy of, at its highest point, it's economy, right? So boxes with ammo becomes part of the economy. It's a structure. So economy, ammo, and the economy, because you pay for these things. There's a supply, there's a demand for these things, but then there's a supply limitation of these of ammo, right? And the types. So yeah, it's about structure now, and then it's filtered out to the players. Do you have those supplies? What are you doing with those supplies? Are you selling them? Are you holding on to them? Especially if there's a need of that supply, the supply and demand. But I don't want to craft bullets. It's like, I don't know if it should go that far. I think some things should be left to the game manager itself, possibly. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it though. How this game will transform in the next couple of years. And we're going to get closer and closer to we're getting closer and closer to a structure that's going to uphold true persistence, crafting, which then I think it's about getting into the game and shoring up where your base of operation is. That's another thing. They have to, we're talking about base building, right? But I don't hear conversation of how is that process actually started, right? Because they said there's things that you have to go through. Eventually, you have to be verified or vetted as a citizen to build within the UEE territory. So I think outside of that, you just build, I think. But there's going to be people who want to live at Terra. There's going to be people who want to live at Lorville. So there's going to be goals. Got to be a hard sleeper to be able to sleep under those exhaust pipes. Give me ball as well. Geek Stoner 420. What's going on? How are you? How long you been back in Geek? How long you been playing Star Citizen? And if so, what is your go-to gameplay? Just curious, man. Very curious. Coffee, how are you, sir? Good morning. I didn't look. Good morning. It's the weekend coffee. We're live, man. 4.31 is live. CIG stated they're going to do a a patch for CitizenCon October. No. I'm taking that back. No. Nothing said about CitizenCon, but an October patch though. So, with that said, I can only imagine what they could potentially drop. Right? What could they potentially drop? That would be freaking amazing. To coincide with something to be revealed, and it's like, okay, we're dropping it in that patch. But nonetheless, whatever they drop, whatever feature, we're gonna play, or we're gonna at least investigate and look and see what it is, and good or bad, it has our attention, no doubt about it. That sounds good, man. I definitely want to look at that for the finishing of that mission, right? But also, Fimmer mentioned like doing some bounties in the wolf pack, or whatever fighting ship you have, and let's do the bounties and collect, and then later just shore up some UEC. Whether it's mining or salvage. Better yet, if you have a salvage ship, and we basically do the bounties and take out the ships, collect those ships, right? So let's do that. Get some ships that you can utilize salvage with, a vulture, a golem, whatever the case, and follow as we take out bounties. And then what we'll do is we'll loiter as security as well. It'll be a double duty operation, which will make sense. Yes, indeed. I'm trying to get some more items in my hangar. This is like a pre-stream, like, hey, what are we gonna do? And gotta make a run, but gonna come back, and then we'll start the actual stream. But yeah, I would say if you have salvage ships, get those salvage ships, man. Get those salvage ships, because there's gonna be wrecks to be had. Uh-oh. Wait for the... Okay, there we go. Testing the wolves. Running as a pack. Man, I could have sworn I had a couch. That's another thing. When we get bases, the marketing, they're gonna go nuts, and we won't have nothing to say, because we're like, I want that for my base. I want that for my hangar. Blah blah blah. And if it's any indication from the last 2 to 3 Citizen Cons, where they were doing those sets, those illustrations of those interiors, those really exotic looking interiors, we won't even bat an eye on purchasing Flare item to deck out our interiors. It's going to be nuts. And marketing knows it. And if you don't know it, you've been living under a rock. or you've been away for too long. That's coming. And there's not going to be any complaints about it. Either you're going to deck it out or you're not. Simple as that. And people will understand they're going to have their main. You know, if there's multiple places for us to live, the main is always going to be under UEE protection. That's just common sense. That's just common sense, man. So basically, I'm just getting everything in order here for the new based on the patch. Make that turn that into a table. See, I got some design aspects going on. Do something with these cargo boxes to make them look like tables. But I could have sworn, man, I had a couch in here. Okay, bring them up. Uh-oh. Wait for the program to spawn. 07. Definitely, whoever have salvage ships, I can even loan one to you. I have actually a couple. I have the Fortune as well as the Vulture. So, Coffee, if you're needing a salvage ship, take your pick, the Vulture or the Fortune. Okay. I think when it warned me I exceeded the maximum capacity, it did not load. Possibly. Let's see here. I'm not going to go through this, like, run the whole thing. I'm just going to do a little bit. Let's see. Did it go over? No, I don't see it. Okay. So it's not allowing these, possibly not allowing these items to come over. Let's see. Containers. That worked. That worked. Move some containers over. All right, raise it up. Okay, transferring. Okay, here we go. Yep. So you're seeing, I'm kind of celebrating that we're moving towards more of the physicalized and established, more of an established hangar. Look at that. Pirate container. Oh shit. Damaging my stuff, man. And that's the thing. We're gonna be there's gonna be a lot of stuff that people have in this game, and it's to CIG. They will not mind it. They will not mind. I mean, you might even have a citizen to run some pirated cargo. Depends on what it is, right? Who is it helping? What's the cause?
It's about that bottom line, baby.
But I think the plan for them for next year is definitely dynamic server meshing. I think that is the plan, and they're, I think one of the things that Benoit mentioned in regards to server player count, right? You notice that he said we're already testing 800. I've stated that for it to be that true MMO, to validate and to say it's an official MMO based on numbers, they're going to 1,000. Once they've achieved 1,000 and sustained it, and you're getting the same level of FPS for the servers or more, right? Because the goal is you get a number and then you're going to really tweak it so that the server FPS is really, knocking it out. At a minimum of 60 FPS on the server side, right? Server FPS, right? And 1,000 as the baseline from 1.0. 1.0, think of it as like 1K, 1,000. 1 is the 1,000, 1.0. Then it's official. They are a MMO. It's official. Star Citizen is an MMO. It has 1,000 on each server, and they're not going to rest on that. They're going to continue to move those numbers up and also dial up the server FPS. No doubt about it, man. Make this my little table, side table. I thought I had a freaking so when I get some sleep, I'll be counting skulls. Shoot, man. Counting skulls. Not land, but skulls. Make this my little side end table. Now, see, all I need is a lamp right there, man. I'm good to go. Deck it out. Well, now, Pico gotta be no more inviting than that. There we go. Did that thing just move? Is this the right way to see this thing? I think it's, oh, these are like the different, like the plants, and I think that's what it is. Right. But yeah, I can see them, giving us updates on the interiors, possibly. Man, are we moving fast? Dude, it's. Wait a minute. This is the anniversary I started playing Star Citizen. I think it's my anniversary. This is crazy, dude. Hold on. Holy smokes, man. I'm checking to verify. Dude, it's been 12 years since I've been playing this game. I officially joined September 20th. Star Citizen. Today's the day. 9/20. Holy smokes. 12 years. OG, baby. Yes, finally. All right, so I'm gonna stop here, chat. I gotta make my errand run, and then I will be back this afternoon with you. It won't be long, promise. And get ready. Coffee. You need a salvage ship, right? Which one will it be? The Vulture or the? Get the. Okay, try the Fortune. You haven't tried the Fortune yet. I'm gonna loan out the Misfortune for you. But everyone, get ready. Who wants to participate? Because it's gonna be go time. The wolves are amongst us. You have the reclaimer. Do it. Crew up. Get some people crewed up. Coffee. Or we can do an assist, or just what we can do is come over to assist if we don't have enough people, and then once you salvaged everything, we'll go to a hangar and we'll help offload for you. Make that UEC.
It's about that bottom line, baby.
Look at that. That's what I'm talking about, baby. All right, I gotta stop here. Gotta make my errands, man. I gotta get my detergent, laundry detergent. Gotta get those little things here and there. Yeah, it's a necessary thing. All right, get yourselves prepared because Kimmy's on his way back, and let's go. Be ready, be prepared. You know how it is, man. Be ready so you don't have to get ready. All right, 07s, everybody. We'll be back shortly for the actual stream. Let's say the Star Citizen anniversary stream, September 20th, 2013. What? Holy smokes, man. All right, y'all. I'm breaking off here now. 07s. Be ready. Get that reclaimer coffee. Stop playing.
It's about that bottom line, baby.